Hello there from Walt Disney World. I am coming to Magic Kingdom tonight because I have quite an appetite. More specifically, I have a bit of a sweet tooth today, and really the only way that I know how to satisfy that is to go to Walt Disney World. Not just one park, but all 4 parks. Today's actually a not-so-scary Halloween party day, so I only have a couple hours to make it inside Magic Kingdom to do what I came here to do today. Alright, so I've made it to the transportation and ticket center. I'm heading over to the monorail to take it over to Magic Kingdom. It's about 4 o'clock right now, and the park closes in just a couple hours for the Halloween party, which starts in a few hours. Alright, I'm getting in line for the monorail, which I'll be coming back for the Epcot line to take that over to Epcot's, because I'll be going from Magic Kingdom to Epcot to Hollywood Studios and then ending my day at Animal Kingdom. There's the water bridge. But I've always thought was the most interesting aspect of how they constructed Walt Disney World. They pulled away from the station right over towards Magic Kingdom, but just how the road goes literally underneath Bay Lake and Seven Seas Lagoon. It's really cool. Right, so we're passing the Contemporary, passing by the bus loop, which this is how I'll be getting back to Magic Kingdom tonight, because I'm going to be taking the monorail over to Epcot and then the Skyliner over to Hollywood Studios, and then taking the bus over to Animal Kingdom, and then taking the bus back to Magic Kingdom, where I'll then be taking either the ferry or the monorail back to the parking lot, which is where I parked. So I just pulled into the station, and I'm facing the opposite way than I normally would, just due to how busy it is in the monorail right now, but it is incredibly busy getting into Magic Kingdom. No one ever uses these stairs over here. They always go down the ramp. I wanted to sort of try to see the crowd. Let me see how far backed up that is. Look at how busy this is right now. This is so intimidating. This is the guest entrance, just the regular day ticket guest entrance, and then way over there, that crowd is the special events, the not-so-scary Halloween party entrance. Alright, so I actually made it in very quickly. A lot of the people just thought that was an entrance for the not-so-scary Halloween party, which is sequestered all over here. So a lot of the people just left, and I got inside in just a couple minutes. So what I'm here to do today is sort of a spiritual sequel, a follow-up to a video that I did several months ago where I went to every single Walt Disney World park and I ate pizza at every theme park, and I'm going to do that again, but with ice cream. Alright, so I made it inside Magic Kingdom, and I'm heading down to the Plaza ice cream shop down at the very end of Main Street, USA. But first, I really want to go inside this firehouse over here. This, of course, used to be where Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom game was, and now it's just the firehouse, but they added a little touch of Disney fun back here in the very back. There's a little Dalmatian from 101 Dalmatians back here, which I think is just adorable, and just adding little Disney touches like that is just so pleasant. And I'm going to run over here real quick and ring the bell before anybody else can. Yay! I did it. Okay, now I'm going to go get some ice cream from the ice cream parlor, I think is the actual name of it. Pretty soon all of these enchanted windows in the Emporium will be switched out for the Christmas themed windows, presumably. Pretty much all of these are Disney Renaissance enchanted windows. It'd be interesting to have them updated at some point. They're still all very cool. Main Street's starting to get a little bit quieter because most of the not-so-scary party ticket people are being routed around the side. They get redirected so they can pick up their bracelet, and they can get their first bag of candy. So it sort of limits the amount of people on Main Street. And here I am down at the very end of Main Street, right across from Casey's Corner, the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor on Main Street, USA. Okay, so I'm in line, and I think I'm going to get this, the Main Street Float, Barks Root Beer Float with vanilla ice cream topped with whipped cream, caramel popcorn, and chocolate and peanut butter candy pieces. That sounds great. And here it is, my Main Street Float, which looks delicious. This is such a quaint little ice cream shop in here, which is a lot smaller for the capacity that is probably necessary for Magic Kingdom. But I have my first ice cream from my first theme park today. Alright, so I need to try to find a place to eat this outside of the ice cream parlor and then head directly to the monorail so I can take that over to Epcot. Don't have a lot of time to do this before all these ice cream shops close in all the parks. Alright, so I found a spot way over in the corner in front of the Plaza restaurant. So again, this is the Main Street Float. So that's root beer cola, I suppose, root beer soda with vanilla ice cream, and then it has the whipped cream, and then the caramel corn, and then the chocolate peanut pieces on top. So this does look like it's going to be very filling and intimidating when I want to eat at 4 theme parks today, when normally my ice cream quota consumption is pretty much just this. Alright, so I decided to go and bring this with me as I head towards Epcot, because I could at least bring this on the monorail with me, or definitely the ferry boat. I can bring it on the ferry boat for sure. I want to try to beat the majority of the crowds out of the park, because Magic Kingdom closes in less than an hour now, so I want to see if I can try to get ahead of those crowds. This might be the least amount of time I've actually spent in Magic Kingdom for the weirdest reason, but this is delicious, so I'm happy with it. This is the line waiting to take a picture with the pumpkins with Main Street USA in the background, and this is the line of people just waiting to get into the park right now, but I'm heading this direction. I think they head over to the ferry boat. Walking past the crowd right now, it's waiting to get the wristbands to go to the party, and I think that I'm making a good decision based on the crowd over there waiting to get onto the monorail, so I'm heading over to the ferry boat. This line's a little bit lengthy as well, but the capacity for the ferry boats is pretty nice comparatively to the monorail, I think. Alright, I made it down to the ferry boats, and again, way over there is the bus loop, which I'll be back over here a little bit later. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do the order of the theme parks that I need to go to today. Again, just pretty much based on the hours. Alright, we are pulling away from the dock. Right now, that worked out really well with timing. Heading over to the Transportation and Ticket Center, and then I think I will be taking the monorail over to Epcot just to go ahead and do that. It is definitely not as hot as it could be in the middle of summer. I appreciate the day of just eating exclusively ice cream, but I'm excited nonetheless to do this. I've been thinking about this for a while and sort of just continuing that challenge that I did where I ate a lot of pizza. Now today I'm eating a lot of ice cream. I've never showed inside the pilot house that they use on the ferry boats. There are two different ones on either side depending on the direction that they're heading. So this is pretty cool to be able to peek inside. Alright, so I'm going to go to the other side of the Seven Seas Lagoon. Here's the other pilot house right here, and I'm heading to that monorail station. So I can already tell that I'm not going to get as thematic of a Sunday at every single theme park that I go to, because that was definitely a lot. So I might have to be a little bit more modest with my selections at the other theme parks. I don't often go underneath this arch when I'm heading to the theme parks. Usually it's the Magic Kingdom one, or I'll take the Magic Kingdom monorail to the Transportation and Ticket Center, then I'll just kind of transfer, but just getting to walk up this ramp is different, which, speaking of which, is right there. This is the monorail from Magic Kingdom where you can just transfer directly over, and then if you're coming from a resort, you pretty much just go all the way down and then back up the ramp and over to Epcot, which this is going to be a pretty busy monorail. So by the Toll Plaza entrance, there are the massive Mickey pumpkins. Most of them have a bit of a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. It was cool to drive underneath. Just a few minutes later, we arrived to Epcot. Had to take a little quick lap around the inside of Future World Celebration. Here's the entrance into Epcot. And I'll pretty much be heading straight back to France, I think, from here to get some ice cream. Okay, so we're pretty much halfway into the World Showcase. Right now, halfway into Epcot, I guess, just in between the World Celebration and the World Showcase. And there's still not really a lot to say about this area. They've gone vertical with this building right here. That's actually a bit of a new development that I think that I saw a little while ago in terms of just like the progress. And then over here, this is the Journey of Milano, which is actually getting a lot of progress on it. Wow, there's like a little bit of rock right now. That was sort of a lot. I'm actually really kind of interested in that now, which I haven't normally been, honestly. But okay, made the lap around Epcot. Hooray! You probably get a pretty good firework view from the exit of the monorail. It's pretty cool. Heading down the ramp and into Epcot. So here's my predicament now, which generally happens with these sort of challenges. I need to make it over to Animal Kingdom in a couple hours. That park closes the earliest, but I wanted to go there last just because it made more sense with the transportation. So I need to be pretty quick when it comes to getting my ice cream here and then taking the Skyliner over to Hollywood Studios. And then I'll be taking the bus from Hollywood Studios to Animal Kingdom, but it should be okay. The bus station is straight ahead, which I could take that over to Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom, but if I'm going to be all the way back in France, then it just makes the most sense to just take the Skyliner because I'm already literally going to be right back next to it. Looks like they took down the 40th anniversary banners that they had in front of Epcot, and it sounds like they're playing the regular Epcot entrance loop music, so I'm presuming that they're not doing the 40th anniversary tag at the end of the night as well on Spaceship Earth, but that just makes me sad. So I pretty consistently get the name of this place that I'm going to wrong. It is back in the France Pavilion. It is the Artisan des Glaces. I don't know if I said that right. There's also a gelato place too, but I think that I'm just sticking to ice cream today rather than gelato. Maybe some sorbet too. One advantage that I do have today, because it's not incredibly hot, is that the line, well, the one line that I've waited in, but I'm presuming that the lines are not going to be that bad because it is not summertime, so the lines shouldn't be that long because it's not hot, because why would people be getting ice cream when it's not terribly hot? It's still around 80 degrees, which I guess that's kind of hot. I don't know why I decided to go this way instead of the other way around Spaceship Earth, but the line is pretty lengthy. It goes all the way back over here, almost by Project Tomorrow. This is Project Tomorrow, by the way, the exit of Spaceship Earth where the bubblegum wall is. And then here are the walls that I got to see over, which was pretty cool to get to see that passing by connections, and then all the way back into the World Showcase. I'm trying to think if I did this challenge again, what particular food I would potentially do, and I'm thinking about burgers, but I don't know if I could eat burgers all day long at all 4 theme parks. It's definitely a lot quieter than it was a couple weeks ago for the 40th anniversary, which is surprising, but I feel like it's going to get pretty busy with everybody coming over from Magic Kingdom probably. Okay, so I've almost made it into the World Showcase, and that's what I'm here for. Ice cream, all the way back in France. They've even taken the 40th emblem off of the floating barges for Harmonious. I would have thought that that would have lasted a little bit longer, maybe at least a month, just to celebrate Epcot's 40th anniversary. I'm sure that they're still selling the merchandise. So one activity that has allegedly finally started is Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit. I don't know if I would get a map over at Disney Traders or over at Port of Entry. Okay, well, looks like I can at least definitely get it here at Port of Entry. There's Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit, which I don't know how long they're going to be doing this, so we definitely need to come back and do this before Halloween, hopefully. Just in general, there are so many different booths that we have not gotten to experience yet because they've opened up since the last time that we actually came forward to the festival. Okay, ready for a quick experience with the crowds to make it all the way back to France? Ready? And just like that, I've made it to France. Way over there is the International Gateway, which I'll be coming back to that hopefully very soon so I can take the Skyliner over to Hollywood Studios, but I'm heading all the way back there. The ice cream shop is just wedged all the way back at the very back of the pavilion for whatever reason, and I've only ever been there, I think, one other time before, and it was really nice. So this is the line for L'Artisan des Glaces. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but it's a pretty long line, so never mind what I said earlier about there being a low wait time for ice cream because it's not 100 degrees. This might impact my plan a little bit, just judging on how long it takes to get some ice cream, which I think I'm going to get a sorbet here. I think that counts. I don't know what the difference is between ice cream and gelato, and if sorbet falls under a more of an ice cream category. Right, so I think that I might get here is this raspberry sorbet, although I'm pretty curious with this seasonal macaron ice cream sandwiches, but should be next year, hopefully in just a minute. So that really threw me off because the seasonal macaron is pumpkin. I was so committed to the sorbet, but I got a pumpkin macaron and it looks incredible. That definitely took a little bit longer than I anticipated inside because it was a very popular location, but I'm gonna go and eat this and just head straight over to the Skyliner. I'm just really appreciating just how beautiful the sun is, or the sunset is currently, and it's even better on the other side. Hopefully I get somewhat of a sunset taking the Skyliner. Still trying to figure out my last minute plans with this, with the time that I have. Also, this is delicious. So as of right now, I have about an hour to make it over to Hollywood Studios, get some ice cream, and then make it all the way over to Animal Kingdom and get ice cream there as well.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Epcot International Gateway. We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with a final stop at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We hope you enjoyed your visit to Epcot and World Showcase. Did you learn how to say hello in a different language today?
Alright, so I've made it to the Riviera Resorts, and what I inevitably need to do now is go catch a bus. I'm pretty positive that this identical scenario happened with my pizza challenge as well, just due to Disney transportation. I needed to go ahead and just get off and try to take the faster method, which is not that the Skyliner is inherently slow, it just stops a lot. And I would have to take this over to the Caribbean Beach Resort and then over to Hollywood Studios. And Animal Kingdom closes before Hollywood Studios does, so I need to go catch the bus, which is outside, and I'll head over to Animal Kingdom and then end my night at Hollywood Studios. Alright, I'm a little bit winded, but I've made it upstairs to the lobby, and I'm heading outside where I will hopefully be able to encounter a bus that'll take me to Hollywood Studios to Animal Kingdom. Last time I got incredibly lucky and the bus was there right as I walked up, so I'm crossing my fingers again. You can see that the sun has almost set, and I just need to head all the way down here and then to the buses, which are going to be down there. Right, according to the TV, one of the next buses to arrive would have been Animal Kingdom. This is a Disney Springs bus. Is this one Animal Kingdom? It is. It's Animal Kingdom. Hooray! Okay, I guess they're stopping all the way back there. Alright, so actually a couple buses pulled up for Animal Kingdom, so this is great. I knew that I was doing my ice cream challenge, and here I go to Animal Kingdom with about half an hour left. Alright, so I've made it to Disney's Animal Kingdom. The park closes in 15 minutes, and I'm heading to the very back of the park to Asia. I'm heading to the Anandapur ice cream truck, which is pretty much next to Expedition Everest. So what's actually wild is that I was already at Animal Kingdom today. My park reservation that I got, because there were no other park reservations available, was Animal Kingdom. Everyone else is leaving the park as I'm heading into the park as quickly as I can. So it's a little bit confusing because I did come to Animal Kingdom because I needed to scan in first before I could actually go to Magic Kingdom, which is where I needed to start my experience because it closed first. So Animal Kingdom was the only park that was available, but I would be able to park off to the other parks once I scanned in to Animal Kingdom. and I was just going to go ahead and start here and do the inverse of what I did last time, where I would go to Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, but then I realized after I made it into the park, and I was going to start here with my ice cream challenge. I'm going to be going to every single Disney World park in the late afternoon to get one food item in particular, which is going to be ice cream. I'm going to go to every single Disney World park and I'm going to get some ice cream. I did this for pizza. I realized it was a party night over at Magic Kingdom, so I needed to start there because that was going to be closing comparatively much earlier than the rest of the parks. I wasn't really going to mention it unless it was relevant, and it's pretty relevant now because I'm really out of time crunch. Alright, so I somehow made it through the exiting crowd right now out of Animal Kingdom, heading all the way again back to Asia. Almost made it through Discovery Island and heading into Asia, and it pretty much should be right around the corner, sort of. Alright, I've been speed walking and I've made it back to Asia. And, or at least the back portion of Asia, and I think where I'm heading is over here. It is very quiet. Back over by Expedition Everest. Imagine that that's probably a walk-on right now, but I can see where I'm going. The Nandapur ice cream truck. So I was literally the very last person that got ice cream here, which is quite an honor. I ended up getting a soft serve swirl ice cream cone. I don't know if you can even see that, but they also did have this Yeti sundae, which did look pretty good, but I wanted to get myself just an actual ice cream cone today. So this is a chocolate soft serve topped with vanilla soft serve, blue cake crumbs, sugar, sweet snowflakes, and a chocolate Yeti image. But this looks pretty good too, even though it's about to fall over. Like literally, how is that? Poor Tommy, that was so incredibly lucky. I think I had 2 minutes to spare. But here's my swirl ice cream, which is already melting because it is still pretty hot. It's not cold. So now I'm gonna eat this on the way back to the bus to take that to Hollywood Studios, where I now have an hour to get inside the park and just eat some sort of ice cream to complete my challenge. It is very quiet over here right now with the exception of Expedition Everest, which riding Everest at night is one of the best experiences. It is closed now because again, the park literally closed as soon as I got my chocolate vanilla swirl ice cream cone. I'm going to cut through the Rivers of Light Stadium. I don't really know what this is called anymore. If they have officially concluded Rivers of Light, just the outdoor amphitheater, I guess, in Asia. Because it's a little bit better lit heading back to Discovery Island. Well, the plan was to eat this on the way to the bus, but I had to literally stop because it was just making so much of a mess. I'm passing through Dennerland, USA right now, which is a much more scenic route on the way to the park. It's really nice, especially when it's this quiet. But I can't let my guard down quite yet because I still need to make sure that I make it over to Animal Kingdom, or the Hollywood Studios. I don't even know where I'm going or where I've been anymore. Man, I am tired, and this ice cream is not doing much to help me out, giving me energy to finish this. They're doing presentations on the Tree of Life, which gives me a little bit of a, I don't know, exiting grace to make it over to the buses in time before everybody else. This feels super similar to the pizza challenge that I did, which I believe that I mentioned, but at the same time I didn't I have to go back to Epcot, I think, when I needed to get like the final slice of pizza that I would have needed to complete that challenge. I think that I had to do that because the place that I wanted to go to wasn't open. Nonetheless, I made it back to the front of the park now to head to the buses, which are again just right outside the entrance of the park. Real quick though, this waterfall that's over by the Rainforest Cafe, I don't think I've ever seen it at night, so I wanted to run over here real quick just to see what it looks like. It's very pretty so far. And they do have lights on the waterfall. That is pretty. Again, this is just outside of the Rainforest Cafe, but neat. I got to see it at nighttime and it was worth it. But not for real. Heading to the buses, which are back over here somewhere. So of course I'm heading all the way down to the end of the very first bus stop for Hollywood Studios. There are a lot of people waiting right now to go to the resorts, but I think I see a bus down there. That is totally the bus for Hollywood Studios. Oh my god. I sort of ran a little bit. Alright, so I'm getting out of the bus, heading over to Hollywood Studios now. That definitely saved me a considerable amount of time waiting for the next bus, which would have been 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Alright, so I've made it to Disney's Hollywood Studios. I have less than about half an hour before the park closes. That is more time than I had over at Animal Kingdom though, so that's nice. I'm coming back to this bus loop in just a little bit to take this back to Magic Kingdom so I can get back to my car. Heading towards the security check, passing by the Skyliner right now, which I would have been on that had all of my time stuff gone to plan today. And here I am heading into Disney's Hollywood Studios. I'll probably have about 15 minutes once I make it inside. The plan is to head all the way back to Toy Story Land. I think that I've decided on and convinced myself. So I was going to get just a generic Mickey ice cream bar, but back in Toy Story Land, Woody's Lunchbox is open and they do have a root beer float. Sounds like the Wonderful World of Disney Animation is happening on the Chinese theater right now. What is the name of this? Okay, so Disney Movie Magic. That's the name of the projection show that happens before Wonderful World of Animation, which is going to be starting in a little bit, but I'm heading back to Toy Story Land. I've made it to Toy Story Land, and I have less than 15 minutes to get my final ice cream of the day from Woody's Lunchbox. All right, I put in my order for root beer floats from Woody's Lunchbox just because it's a little less generic than just a Mickey ice cream bar, and I don't really like those either. I could at least be satisfied that I got something somewhat different at every single theme park, that I didn't just get an ice cream cone, a vanilla ice cream cone at every single Disney park today. Somehow I did it though. I went to every single park today and I got ice cream, which doesn't sound like much of a feat, but I guess in the last few hours of the park being open is pretty reasonable. And here it is, my final ice cream of the day, my root beer float from Woody's Lunchbox in Disney's Hollywood Studios. I considered getting a different soda instead of root beer for this because there were different options, but just something special about a root beer floats. So I'm gonna go and enjoy this and slowly head out of the park, I think. I'm not gonna lie though, I am so done with ice cream now. This was such a nice idea when I first started this, but I'm good. So in terms of getting back to my car at the transportation and ticket center, what I might do is try a new method that was suggested to me by somebody on Instagram, actually a couple times, that I kept forgetting about. Instead of taking the bus back to Magic Kingdom, the park, and then taking a monorail or ferry boat back to the transportation and ticket center, I might just take the bus to the Polynesian from Hollywood Studios and then just walk back to my car. So I think the fireworks are starting now because the park is now officially closed. So if I could just beat those crowds, I guess, back to the bus, then that'll probably be good. I am so tired. Right now, this was probably not one of my better challenge ideas, but I stuck to it nonetheless, and I think that I can say that I successfully did it. I had ice cream in every single park. I think that I will head over to Sunset Boulevard, though, just really quick to show where I would have gone if it was still open, because there was a place over on Sunset, I think it was Hollywood Scoops, that I would have gone to, but it closed. I'm trying to think about what to do to kind of keep this challenge going, because it is fun, the novelty of it, just eating ice cream at every single park, eating pizza at every single park. Thought about doing it with like alcohol, but everybody does that. It'd have to be some sort of like a fun novelty, like candy. And again, I'm thinking about burgers, but I just don't think I could do that. Maybe I should just come to the theme parks and enjoy them without having to make it some sort of a spectacle or a novelty situation that I can upload to YouTube, because I'm a YouTube theme park vlogger. But I'll also do that, and then I'll have some little fun things to do on the side, because what a fun way to spend my night, right? So the plan was to try to beat the crowds after the Wonderful World of Animation show concludes, but I don't think that that's going to happen. The intention was there, though. I keep seeing little spurts of fireworks and pyrotechnics, but then I keep missing it because it's not really a fireworks show. It's just a little burst, basically, just like a punctuation to all of the songs that are playing. Okay, I'm gonna try to navigate all of these people that are sitting here right now. I'm trying to go over there to Sunset. Usually there's like a pathway to be able to walk through, but I guess not right now. It's pretty packed in. Okay, so there was a path. So I'm going to use this real quick before the show ends because it is very close to ending. There are the fireworks. Cool. Okay. Off to Sunset Boulevard. The plan was still to come back to this place because Hollywood Studios closed later than Animal Kingdom did, but this particular ice cream place closed earlier, so I sort of had to settle on what originally I was going to get as a Mickey bar, but then I saw that there was a sundae back at Toy Story Land. Or not a sundae, a float. This is back over by the Sunset Ranch Markets, and it's pretty much all the way down at the entrance of the Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror area. And here it is, Hollywood Scoops Ice Cream. This looked like it would have been nice. They had like legitimate ice cream flavors in there. Also, what's pretty pertinent is that right across the street, Fantasmic is finally officially returning next month, which is so exciting. Okay, but now for real, I'm heading back to the buses because I'm tired and full of ice cream. Hopefully there won't be too much of a demand for the Polynesian bus, and it'll be pretty prompt and not take too long. There's a pretty busy crowd heading out of Hollywood Studios right now. Again, probably impacted by the fact that there was a Halloween party at Magic Kingdom tonight. I think the only aspect of what I got tonight that I would have enjoyed changing is the fact that I prefer like fruitier ice creams, like sorbets or sherbets, and the fact that I only got like mostly vanilla and chocolate ice cream. But it's like legitimate ice cream, so I can't be like too upset by it. It's sort of hard to tell, but there's some fireworks going on over to Epcot right now. Can you sort of see that back over there? That's pretty cool. It looks like the finale actually right now. That's pretty cool. Okay, heading to the Skyliner, not to the Skyliner, to the buses. There's not too bad of a line for the Skyliner right now, but it's probably going to get a little bit lengthier as the park empties out, because right now the line pretty much just stops right there at the end of the shrubs right outside of the entrance. Okay, so I'm at the bus stop for Polynesian Village Resort. So So let's see how long it takes. Hopefully not too long. All right, so I literally walked up and the bus is pulling up right now. That was pretty nice for timing. Passing by Magic Plaza one more time on the way over to the Polynesian Village Resort. So I just got off of the bus. I've made it to Disney's Polynesian Village Resorts. And I'm heading to my car. So I'm gonna head this way and then go to the traffic light and then cross the street and then head over to the parking lots. This would be a lot more convenient if I parked in the hero side of the parking lot, but I'm in the villain side. But it's a lot better than, I guess, taking the bus over to Magic Kingdom and then having to make it all the way back to the TTC. That's the TTC straight ahead. And just right around the corner here is going to be the traffic light to get to the parking lot, which this is normally for cast members who park in the parking lot, but it's for pedestrian use just for pretty much anybody, I'd imagine. What a day. I appreciated this. This was a really nice way to get back to the parking lot compared to what I could have done. And there we go. I've made it across the streets and I am back in the parking lots right now, but this is all hero and villain is way over there. All right, so I'm gonna go end this video here as I make my way back to my car. I had way too much ice cream today and you're probably like, why did you do this? And I don't know why, I just wanted to do something fun and I've been thinking about doing this version of this challenge since I did the pizza challenge, and it was fun to do, and I had ice cream that I didn't anticipate getting, and I didn't really give myself any type of like expectation as to what sort of ice cream I would be getting. I wanted to get it at like the main ice cream location at every single respective park, but I didn't want to like hold myself to that, which ended up being the case where I kind of had to like fudge it, pun intended, a little bit just to make sure that I actually got ice cream at each park. I don't know, I had a good time, and more so just for me to just give myself the ability to go and do something fun and different and unique and just give myself something to do with my time. And it was, I guess, on the expensive side getting ice cream at every single Disney park, but not as expensive as you anticipated being. I don't know, it was still a great experience, a fun way to spend my night, and now I'm going to head home. So thank you for hanging out with me today. I did have a good time, and it was a little bit stressful just trying to decide where I was going, what park, and in what particular order that I was going to go, and reservations and everything. And can I even make it through up here? I don't think that I can because there's like a fence kind of blocking the way. And then there's like another fence like back over here. So am I gonna be getting home at some point tonight? I don't even know. But if I upload this video, then I guess that I made it back home. Now I'm rambling. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.